Recording, got to redo that. Okay, so I'm recording. Okay, so I did these shapes right here. All right, and anyway, we're just going to show you this. Those, I'll do one more real quickly here, just so you guys understand. Okay. By the way, since I just started this recording right here, to make all these right here, I'll go ahead and do it real quickly. Okay, so I'm going to undo it real quickly here. And what I do to make this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to make this 2.5 all the way around. And since it's all at this angle, I'm going to do this just so that we've got this all set. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, repeat this, and I'm going to go ahead and just do this. 2.5, this is for the sake of the other thing, of the video, just so that people that are coming in late are going to be able to figure out, just to also show you how fast this is as you begin to do this. Once you kind of get the hang of this, you can go really quickly and produce this rapid fire, which is what I'm doing right now. And this is just to show you, how quick it is to actually draw this stuff, okay? Also, when you've been doing this for a long time like me, these things they kind of become second nature. You don't even think about it. You can do these things. Plus, I've drawn this, I don't know how many times. I used to train this up at the military installation in Canada a lot. Okay, so there we go. Now to check my dimensions again, I go here and it tells me that yes, indeed, that is 2.5, just like we said before. Now I'm going to do the tabs, so the tabs will do the same thing. I'm going to go right up here, I'm going to click here, and the distance is going to be 0.25, just like up like that. So I do that. Now notice that right here, I can just lock this in. Now notice what I did there. At no time do my fingers leave my hands, okay? I've got my hand off the mouse, and I'm just letting the AutoCAD do all the work for me. So what AutoCAD is doing right now is AutoCAD is using polar tracking, and it's using polar tracking. That's what that green vector is. That green dash vector right there is basically just going in this direction, and I see that it's parallel to the other line, so I know that's correct. So the distance for this one is got to be 2.25. I hit my enter key, and then I just snap it right to there. Boom, like that. All right, and then the others, it's the same kind of a thing. I'm going to go ahead and click it here, and then that's going to be 0.25, boom, and then 2.25, 2.25 like that, and then we're going to go ahead and snap it to there. And then 0.25, boom, 2.25, and then we go ahead and snap it right to there. And this is how we put this together. So this would be kind of like a folding box is what this would be like if you were doing something like making some kind of like I think that's actually like that might be an octagon. It might be, I don't know. In any case, we're not going to worry about what it is, but in any case, it's allowing us to make this shape. 2.25, boom. And then we go ahead and snap it right to there. And that, my friends, is all there is to it, okay? Now to put in your dimensions would go here. And what I do is I use linear for this one right here. Now watch this, I go to linear, I click it here, and I click it there. Okay, and I pull over. Now, it says 2.5, but I have to add the notation that says TYP. But let me show you how to do that. If I double click on it, it gives me the dimension in purple. And what that means is you can now edit it. So what that means is the 2.5 dimension is in purple because that's the measurement that the dimensions are picking up. I want to keep that. So I just use my arrow key. I use my arrow key, go over to the right of it, hit a space bar, then I'm going to type in TYP. And if you want to be technically correct, you type in a period. TYP, like that, piece of cake, all right? And this is how we can put in all these particular ones right here. So then there's another one over here, and I put another one here, which is here to here. And that's 0.25. And if you want to move the text, I can click on it and I can grab the text right here and go ahead and pull it up like that. See that? I can move it anywhere I want to. I go ahead and pull it like that. And I double click again. Purple is the dimension. I use my arrow key to go to the end. I type in TYP, period, and that's done. I click out of it. Then the last thing has got to be this angular. Now this is a different one down here, something we haven't used before. Down here I can put in an angular dimension. Now your angular dimension allows you to measure angles. So that's what I'm going to do. So I click on angular and I click on this line and this line. And when I do that and I pull my cursor up like this, it allows me to put this in to say, let's see, where does this go? Like that. So I go ahead and drop it there. And then if my text is not where I want it to, I can click and put it where I want it to, like here. And a little further like that if I need to. And then when I've got it there, I double click on it and you've got it. I've got the dimension. Hit my space bar and TYP, period, boom, done. All right, and then at that point, I can go ahead and put in my text. So I go down here, put it on my text layer, change my layer to text, and I go to the big A right here. Multi-line text, I click 2 points, click here, click there, and then drawing E. And I should make it all in caps. And your name doesn't go here. Your name only goes on, you submit it, and then you save it. So as we talked about before, I'm going to save it to my desktop. And this is going to be, again, all caps, BRAWING, D, space, my last name. Always, 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 you want that syntax. You don't want to lose points for that. As I said before last week, you lose 10 points if you do not use that naming convention. So get your 10 points. Question about that?
Isn't it drawing E or no?
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, we're up to drawing E. Thank you. So I would have caught it. Would have prompted me. Thank you. Good eye. Right, you got that. So drawing E, and we got that. Save it. Boom, done. So that is how we do that one. Now moving on, drawing F is where we start to get into drawing F and G are both architectural plans. Drawing F and G. So I'm going to show you how to do drawing F right now. Now to do this one right here, drawing F is going to be using a different template. It's going to be using an architectural template. So this is why, listen to me, use the template I gave you for drawing F. It's the architectural template. It will make life easier. If you use the other one, it's going to give you fits. And what's going to happen is you're going to draw it in inches, and then it's not going to look right. You're going to hand it in, I'm going to take points off. All you have to do is use the right template. Where's the right template? Let's find the right template. So I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to go out to here, go to New Share, and always recognize that in AutoCAD, there is going to be there's going to be units, okay? And your units are going to determine whether you can put in feet or inches. And that's what we want to do. So back out to here, we're going to go out to this location right here. And what I want to do is out here to AutoCAD Intro Assignments Week 2, and then we're back out to here. And then I've got right here, in the right place, I think AutoCAD Intro Assignments back here, Week 2, is that right? Okay, yeah. So I've got the basic drawing. Okay, I've got my basic drawing template, A through E, H and J. Let's see here. Okay, here's the architectural template for F and G. Okay, for drawing F and drawing G. So let me go ahead and I'll download this. I'm going to download the architectural template for F and G. Don't use the other template. Use the architectural template. So we go to here, we download that. And so now it's downloading. The architectural template is downloading. So what I'm going to do right now is just to make sure that we're all clear as far as what we're drawing right here. I'm going to go back to here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these intro assignments as we've been looking at them. I'm going to go ahead and going to go over here and go counterclockwise, and I'm going to zoom down here, and what I want to do is I'm going to show you drawing F. Okay, drawing F looks like this. Drawing F actually is a basic, it's a garage essentially. It's got feet. It's got feet and inches that are in it. So that's what we got to do. So we have to make sure we type in feet with the foot symbol. Now, if you're not familiar with this, to type in a foot, if you look at your enter key on your keyboard, go ahead and look at your enter key right now. I'll wait. Right next to the enter key to the left, you'll see there is the single quote and the double quote. The double quote, by the way, on a keyboard, if you're not familiar, you hold your shift key down. That gives you the upper value. The default is the lower value. So you're going to be using single quotes. So you use single quote to give you feet. Double quote is inches, single quote is feet. So remember that. So you got this. You got drawing F. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw this. You'll see it's 4 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, and all the way around here. So I'm going to show you how to draw this. So we're going to work on that. So now that we have that, we're going to go here and we're going to New Share, go back to here, and so back to AutoCAD. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to close out of here, and I'm going to start a new file. Again, you go to here, to New, and I want to use a different template. So I'm going to go out here and go find it. And this is going to be wherever you save it. I save mine, it's in my downloads. So go to here to downloads. I'm going to go here to architectural template. All right. So go to architectural template. The first thing I want to show you is down here at the lower left, you're going to see something that is of interest. And that is this right here. You're going to see that, try that again. All right. Down here, you're going to see that this down here gives you feet and inches. You'll see right here, it says architectural. Right down here, it says architectural, and then it gives you feet and inches. That means your units are set to accept feet and inches. The other thing you're going to notice is something else, and that is that as you move your cursor around, you're going to notice that the screen space is much larger than your previous one. So clear those drawings out, go to here, and notice that down here, you've got your coordinates, and notice that I'm getting feet and inches. So if I move my cursor up here, it's giving me like 60, 70 feet and 33 feet. So it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger. So now I'm drawing in a much larger space. So now what I do is I begin to draw. So I start by doing, I'll do my polyline, what the heck, and we said that that first value is 4 feet. So it's 4 feet, single quote. Then I go up here, and the next value is going to be 8 feet, single quote, and then we're going to go over 10 feet. I'm just typing in the value 10 feet, and then down again 8 feet. And this is all right there on the sheet. Okay, now this one, I'm going up this far, and when you look at the sheet, you'll see this is 9 feet. And then I go over this distance. Now the distance back over to this side is actually 1 foot 6. So I type in, 1 foot 6. Now I don't have to type in inches. AutoCAD understands that. You can if you want to, but you just type in 1 foot 6 and enter. Now at this point, my next value up here is actually going to be 6 inches. So I type in 6, and AutoCAD understands that inches. Notice that I didn't put in feet. When I type in 6, watch what I get. Just gives me that little blurb right there. Now, here's the next thing. This is something that I always have to share with my classes because it's using what we learned before. Now, but remember what we learned last week. Right is positive, left is negative, up is positive, down is negative. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be drawing right here from this, I'm going to be drawing right here from this location right here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing this line right here. So I'm drawing that right here. So I'm going in this direction. How far am I going in that direction?
Ten feet, 6 inches.
10 feet 6. Since I'm going to the left, is that negative or positive?
Negative.
It's negative. Okay. And then I'm going up this distance. Okay. Then I'm going up this distance. What's that distance?
4 feet 6 inches.
4 foot 6. And since I'm going up, is up positive or negative?
Positive.
That's right. So we're going to the left negative, up positive. 10 foot 6 negative, 4 foot 6 positive. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all these drawings. Go back to my mouse, go back to AutoCAD, and we'll go back to where we were. Now watch this. This is kind of cool here. So we go to here, and I'm here right now. So what I'm going to do is just like I said, negative 10 foot 6, comma, 4 foot 6. And it's always going to do that kind of squirrely thing where it always goes way over left. That's okay. Hit your enter key. And it gives you the halfway point. So we just got half the roof done. Now let's go back to here just to make sure we all understand this. Okay, back over to here. So back over to here, what we're going to do now is we're going to complete this. We're going to go right from here. We're going from this location, if I can get this to work, yeah. We're going to go right from here. So we're coming from here now. Now we're going down here. We're going this direction. We're going to the left. Is the left negative or positive?
Negative.
It's negative. And I'm going down 4 foot 6. Is that negative or positive?
Negative.
So it's a double negative. This is a double negative. Negative 10 foot 6, negative 4 foot 6. Very good. You guys are doing great. You're tracking very, very well. Proud of you. You're doing great. And we will get there. And this is going to be formative for everything you guys do, even in engineering. So now in this direction, we go negative 10 foot 6, comma, negative 4 foot 6, like that. Negative 10 foot 6, comma, negative 4 foot 6. And again, I've typed it in, my hand's not on the mouse. When I have that in there, to get it to execute, I hit the enter key, boom, there it is. Then I just continue on here, 6 inches down, and then 1 foot 6 over, 1 foot 6, boom. And then it should perfectly, oops, I did the wrong thing. I didn't, let me undo that. So right click, I made a mistake. So I right click my mouse and do undo, just to show you that. And then I go over 1 foot 6, boom, that's correct now. And I should be able to close it. So to close it, I right click my mouse and I choose close. Boom, done. Ain't that pretty? And then we go to here and we go ahead and put in the dimensions. So dimensions would be, whoop, go on to colors. Just gonna go ahead and change it to dimensions. And then you guys know how, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because you guys know how to do the dimensions. But the dimensions here should go on perfectly, they should. Yeah, there it is, 10 foot 6. And then I go ahead and click here and here. And even though I'm clicking on the same 2 locations, I get 2 different dimensions. That's one of the cool things about AutoCAD is it'll let you do that. Now, here's something just to repeat what I showed you guys yesterday. If I right click my mouse and click, it allows me to click on a line. So I'm just going to do that and just go ahead and do this. And that gives me 9 feet, right? Actually, that's not, I don't want that one right there. I'll do this. I'll go ahead and do this and recent input. By the way, I can just right click my mouse and get the last one. And I can go to here, like that, and I do the other side. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you guys get the idea. So that is how I'd go ahead and execute that. And then when I'm done, I'd go here, text, and put in my text, which is going to be right here. And I'm going to type in my value, which is going to be here, and that's going to be drawing F. And then when you're done, you click outside of it, and there you go. So that's it, and then I save it as drawing F. Now, I won't make the same mistake. Julius caught me in last time. Drawing F. There we go. And that's how it should look. Boom. Okay, so I got that. So that's drawing F. Okay, so that's how we do that. Now, the next one, I'm going to basically start to throw a couple things at you now. Then I got drawing H. I think I'm going to have to do drawing H next week. I think we're just going to go ahead and I think we're going to hold off. Drawing H is a bit much right now, so we'll just do drawing F and we'll do drawing G, and we'll hold off there for this week. So here, let me show you this now. So we got that. Now let me go back to here, and what I'm going to do, and by the way, I know it's getting kind of late. We're almost at 7:30, so I want to give you guys some time to draw. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go back to here and this. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to go down here and take a look at drawing G. Now notice drawing G is on its side. That's okay. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do it in a portrait kind of configuration, just so I can understand it better. So I'm going to rotate that clockwise. I'm going to do it this way. So you'll notice that right here, this is 15 feet 8 inches. Okay, please notice that what's happening right here is where is it drawing from? That's an important thing. You always have to pay attention. It's drawing to the outside. Notice it's to the outside right here. All right. So 15'8" to the outside. Now that being the case, notice this is to the inside. Okay. Now that's just something I did to be a stinker. I did it on purpose because I wanted you guys to actually have to think this thing through and understand how this works. This is inside. So if it's 22 feet inside to inside and all the walls are 4 inches, that means that the overall would be 22 feet 8 inches. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw this one up. We're going to go ahead and draw this. Let me show you how this one is. I'm going to use the same thing. This is the last one we're going to do for tonight, and then I'm going to let you guys take it from there. So let me go ahead and jump in this. So just remember these different dimensions, and what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to show you how to do these, and I'll let you guys jump into. I'm going to show you guys a couple different new tools, okay? I'm going to show you the offset command. So I'm going to start to draw this, then I'm going to use the offset command. So back over here to AutoCAD, and then I don't want to chance it and risk my screen crapping out again. So I'm going to go to here, close out of there, save changes, yes. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to new right here. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to use the same template I used last time, which is going to my downloads, which is right here. And I'm going to use the architectural template again, because G, that's what you use. So in drawing G, I'm going to go ahead and start to draw this. Now, what I'd said before is this. I'm just going to draw this with a polyline. Notice it's a polyline. It's better in this particular case. So I'm going to click here, and I'd said 15 feet 8. So I'm going to type in 15 feet 8. I'm learning how to do architecture. Now, the next thing I've got is this next dimension. Now, on the sheet, I identified it as 22 feet, but I deliberately dimensioned it without including the walls. If you include 4 inches for both the walls, the bottom and the top, it's 22 feet 8. So that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to draw it 22 feet 8, and you guys will see it's just a dimensioning thing that we have there. So then I'm going to go over in this direction over here, and this one's got to be 18 feet 8, 18 feet 8, same kind of a thing. And then this next one down here would be 14 feet 8, 14 feet 8, like that. And then over here, I'm going to go over this dimension. It's going to be 3 feet, exactly 3 feet, going like that. And then I'm going to pull it right down, and it stops right there. Okay, so I've got that. Now, since it's a polyline, I made it all like that. Now, before I go any further, let me just show you what the dimensions look like so you guys get an idea as far as what I did there. So it's not too tricky. I'll go here, and notice right here that this dimension right here is 15 feet 8 on the bottom, 22 feet 8 at the, on the side. And that's actually correct because of what I have to do here. Now what I need to do is I need to offset the walls. Now the walls are 4 inches consistently. The offset command, I'll show that to you, actually is right here. Okay, offset, one more time, use offset. Offset looks, come on you, all right, offset. All right, it looks like this here. It looks like this command. It looks like a sideways U. That's your offset command. So we're going to use the offset command. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and go here. I'm going to clear all these drawings, go to here, and I'm going to use the offset command, which is here. So I click on offset command, and when I start it, it asks me the offset distance. Now the offset distance for the walls is 4 inches. So I'll type in 4. I don't have to type in the inches. It's understood. It's inches by default. Hit my enter key. Now it asks me to select an object to offset. I've only got one object. That's the polyline I made. It's all one unit. So I have to click on it in one place, and it's all selected. Now at that point, it asks me, do you want to go in? Do you want to go out? Well, since I drew the outside, I got to go in. If I go here, it'll make it too large. So I have to pull the cursor inside. And when I do that, it's going to go ahead and let me pull it inside. So I click there, and it gives me those dimensions. Now, before I go any further, let me start to draw the dimensions out so you guys can see what I did here. So I'm going to start with my linear, and the linear goes from here. And I go from here to here, and you can see that that is 15 feet 8. The next dimension I said was 22 feet. So if I go from outside to outside, it goes here. Oh wait, 22 feet 8. It's supposed to be 22. AutoCAD sucks. No. What happened is you have to pay attention to where you're dimensioning. What happened is the dimensions are not in the right location, so I can just move them. So I click here, and I click here, and I go ahead and I can just drag it like that. I can just drag it down here, and I can drag this one using the grip. So I go to here and go to there. Now once I do that, guess what I have now? 22 feet. And that's the little trick you got to do there. So you just got to know, oh, okay, I have dimensioning on the inside. This is something you have to pay attention to when you're working with any kind of construction documentation. It's always going to be that way. You always have to pay attention to whether it's measuring the walls or not. And the last one down here is this little 3-foot doohickey here, using highly technical language there. That's 3 feet down to there. Okay, so we have those right there. Now, I've got one other thing here, which is actually kind of problematic. I can get rid of this dimension. So I click on it and I delete it. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys something else here. Now the drawing, I'm just going to go back to the drawing kind of quickly here to show how this works, because I need to explain how to do this right here. And what we're going to do right here is we need to put this in here. Okay, now first of all, let's notice something here. First of all, this right here is a total. This is 3 feet right here. Okay, the door is 3 feet. Okay, and over here, the distance is 4 feet from here down to here. Okay, so that's a 4-foot distance from here to where it starts right here. So if I wanted to go ahead and start to draw this, I could start to draw a line down here and go down 4 feet, and then it's a 3-foot open door. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Go back over there, I use my 4 feet and 3 feet. And I'm just gonna use lines rather than polylines, because it's gonna make it a little bit easier for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here, and I'm gonna go down, how far did I say? 4 feet. Like that. I go ahead and go straight. Oh, and I made it red. I shouldn't do that. Actually, you know what? I will do that. Just no. I'll go ahead and I'll change it. I'll go back to here. Use object, and I'll go back to here and go to line. And I'm going to start it from here. So I click here, and we said it was 4 feet. So I type in 4 feet, enter. And once I've done that, now what I can do here, this is kind of cool here. I can take it and I bring it over here, and you see that little X shows up. The little X is basically an extension. It's going to let me snap to that. So I go ahead and click there. I have a nice straight line there. Now I need to have a line 3 feet below that. So I have several different ways to do this. I'll just go ahead and start from here, and I'm going to go down 3 feet. And once I do that, I can go ahead and just click there and get rid of that. So now I've got that. Now that I have that, I have a little opening, but the opening has to be has to have no lines in it. So I can use a very cool command here called the trim command and let me do this. So I'm going to go back to I'm going to annotate with it if it'll let me do this. All right. Now what I'm going to do is the trim command looks like this here. It looks like a pair of scissors, okay? Which makes sense. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click on that. And then when I click on that, it basically says, okay, what do you want to trim? I just want to trim this, and I want to trim that, and like that. You may have to hit it a couple times. Now once you got that, you're good to go. That's all gone, okay? So we clear all the drawings out. And now the last thing I want to do is I want to put in my door. So the door goes like this. The door is going to be 3 feet long, and it goes inside. So in this direction, 3 feet. And then the last thing I have to do is I have to create an arc. And I could actually use, for that one right there, I could use start and radius to make this. So to do this, I go to my arc, and I could use start and radius. I could pick my start point, pick my end point, and then pick a radius. So I'm going to try that, start and radius. So where's my start point? Start point's here, end point's here. And then go like this, and it asks me what's the radius. So I'm going to pull it now. Notice right here, it's let me pull it in different directions. Let's see here. How's that going to do that? Let me do this. I'm not sure if it's going to do it or not. Yeah, I'm going to pull it straight up. When I pull it straight up, it kind of straightens it out. And so for the radius, I can type in 36 or 3 feet. I can type in 3 feet if it's easier for you. 3 feet into my enter key. And when I hit my enter key, boom, it gives me that right there. I have a perfect door. Start and radius, and the radius is 3 feet. And I pulled my cursor up so that it was straight, and that made AutoCAD understand what I wanted to do. That's how we'll do that. And you can watch this video a couple more times if that doesn't make sense. So we've got that, and then the last couple of dimensions we put on here are as we just, oh, not like that. Just go back here, dimensions, and we'll go ahead and put those in. Going from here to here, and we got that, and then we got this over here, and then the door. And we'll go ahead and repeat them. And like here to here, and then over to here. Boom. Okay, so that's what we got right there. And then the last step, the pièce de résistance, is this right here. We go to right here. We'll go here, and this one is going to have the same text. It's going to say drawing G. And by the way, I'm deliberately not centering these, but you can always click on them and then just move the grip over a little bit, you know, or just kind of like this. Just kind of get centered, okay, because just to make it look neat. And then when you're done, you guys get it, you would go to save as, and that's going to be drawing G, Brennan, or in your case, your name. So we got that. That is how you would do the architectural plans. Okay, so that's what we're gonna basically, we're gonna park there for right now. So that's it. It gets us around almost 7:40, and that's gonna give you guys a couple hours to work on this. So the same rule applies that we've used before, and that is that as we go ahead and do this, let me do this. All right, and that's it for the week number 2. That's all we have right here. So.